We are super bullish on Facebook.
2 billion daily active users.
So what is the state of Facebook in 2023? What's the opportunity? Is Facebook dead?
Facebook wants the world to know, hey, our Reels format is really a main player in the short form video war, if you will.
I'll admit that even though we're passionate about YouTube here, we are super bullish on Facebook. We've been seeing our Facebook Reels blowing up. And so in this episode, we're going to be learning about all this new information, all these changes. But let's kick it off, Mari Smith, and welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
Before we jump into things, what is the state of Facebook right now? There's always Mark Zuckerberg released new information, how many people are active on the platform. And some people feel, I know that even some of our co-workers in Think Media are like, yeah, I don't log into Facebook. I don't use Facebook. Facebook's dead. I'm not using it. Is that actually a fact? What are the numbers telling us?
It's not quite a fact, because it's easy to just pick up on the hearsay and go, I know a lot of younger folks that are maybe not logging on that often, and Facebook's for old people, like anybody over 30. And so then it's like, Facebook's dead. But just at the end of last year, 2022, in the Q4 earnings call, which was in February of this year, 23, Zuckerberg announced that for the first time ever, Facebook reached a new milestone that they have 2 billion daily active users. 2 billion people around the planet logging on to just to Facebook every day. If you go the whole suite, which is Messenger, WhatsApp, and Instagram as well, it's just under 3 billion daily actives. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. And that is absolutely eclipsing all of the other platforms.
That's right.
And a lot of platforms are tracking, even YouTube tracks monthly active users. Mm-hmm. But to think daily, that means that people's customers are there, their audience, the people they want to reach. And so the opportunity is pretty massive. Well, let's dive into some of these features and these new tips. Well, let's kick it off with the thing that is just blowing up on Facebook. And we've been experiencing this, and that is Facebook Reels. Mm-hmm. Now, we love vertical video because of YouTube Shorts, and we're seeing we could post it onto Instagram and to TikTok. But we've been posting Facebook Reels on our pages, and we've been getting a couple hundred views, a couple thousand, a couple 100,000, and we have a multiple million viewed clips. And this is shocking because I think people are like, I didn't even know this was happening. Yeah. So what's kind of the state of Facebook Reels right now?
Well, this is their attempt to obviously directly compete head-to-head with YouTube Shorts and with the TikTok Reels. And so the algorithms have been absolutely pushing this format for a long time. And then also what's happening is we've got this AI-powered discovery engine or recommendation engine. So about 20% of the content that people see in their Facebook feeds, not just Reels, all types of content, is coming from people they don't follow, pages they don't follow, people they don't know at all. It's just the AI is going, hey, Sean, I actually know you a lot better than you think you do, and you might like this, and you might like this. So this is what's happening is with these Reels going viral is that all it takes is a little bit of engagement to kind of like firestart that engine, that AI-powered discovery engine, and then it just can really take on a life of its own. And of course, the algorithms are really driving that because Facebook wants the world to know, hey, our Reels format is really a main player in the short-form video kind of war, if you will.
And what's fascinating is this kind of brings us to the second thing, which is this new professional mode on personal pages. So you can upload Reels into groups. You can upload Reels to your business fan page.
That's right.
But now there's this thing called professional mode. What is that?
Okay, so it's on personal profiles where you can have up to 5,000 friends, and ever since they introduced the follow, used to be subscriber, and now it's follower for the longest time, but you can have unlimited number of followers, and they see your content that you post to public. So Facebook rolled out at the end of 2021 a new mode that aimed at creators that you could choose to switch on. It kind of overlays on top of your personal profile. You still got your 5,000 friends, but they're kind of lumped in with your however many followers you want. And so what I'm finding happening for a lot of my audience members and clients when they do choose to make that switch, if it's a fit, if they're like a creator type, an entrepreneur, an influencer, it's not for everybody, is they are getting significantly more reach, and they get access to insights, they get access to all the monetization tools, subscriber, subscriptions, ad revenue share, the stars. They did have the Reels Play bonus program, but that's been paused in the US. However, honestly, I switched to professional mode in early 2022 when I first got access, and I saw this huge, lovely spike in reach, and then it just started to taper off after about 6 months. So I actually chose to switch it back to Classic after speaking to a gentleman in my Social Scoop Facebook group, and he was like, you know what, I went back to Classic and I saw way more reach. And I'm like, really? I'm doing the same. And same thing happened to me. I got more reach on Classic.
Wow. So I think what's exciting is this also an opportunity, though, for some people, maybe they've never built up a fan page.
That's right. Yeah.
But
yeah.
they have built up friends and they have maybe a kind of a business minded or something they want to promote, or now they are thinking content creator, personal brand. And as you mentioned, your personal page, if you are a business brand, you're probably not going to have a personal page for that. If you're a nonprofit, you're not going to have a personal. So it might not be relevant for everybody, but for personal brands,
yes,
that's something you could really lean into. And then you can upload reels, among other things, text posts natively right there to your personal page in professional mode, which is separate than your fan page. It'd be a separate place to upload the reels.
Absolutely, it is. Yeah. And I would imagine at some point soon that Meta Business Suite is going to allow us access to personal profile, professional mode, enabled profiles to schedule. Because right now you can't schedule, although they have it natively and it's kind of coming and going. It's a little bit buggy, but you can do scheduling only in the mobile app if you have professional mode turned on. But yeah, it can go crazy. Actually, one of my clients, example, she, like yourselves, went really all in on the reels, specifically on her professional mode, personal profile. And she went from something like 1,000 followers. Within 10 days, she had like 60,000 followers.
Wow.
And she got 2 million plays on one of her reels. So,
that is amazing.
Yeah. And she's converting that, to be fair. She's converting that to emails, people in her group, DMing people, building relationships, getting signups for her programs.
Fascinating. And so next up is Meta Verified, as we're going through some of the opportunities that are happening in the Facebook world. Meta, of course, parent company of now Facebook, Instagram, and other projects. What is Meta Verified?
Well, it's been rumored for a while that you eventually might have, similar to Twitter Blue, where you've got this paid subscription service. You pay a monthly fee and you get the blue check verified badge and some other goodies. I look at this package of benefits and it seems somewhat cobbled together. The one, obviously, for those that covet the blue badge, they got that. But then there is apparently a little bit more reach, and it's only for personal profiles on your Facebook and on your Instagram. And if you want it on both, you have to pay twice. And it's like $15 a month, 10 or 12 or something if you pay through the web. Only right now, as of time of our recording, it is only in Australia and New Zealand. One of the main benefits is you get direct access to customer support. And so I actually heard a story, a gentleman who had his Facebook ad account hacked a couple years ago, and he's in Australia. The minute he got access to Meta Verified, within 24 hours, he got the service. Reached out to customer support. I'm not kidding. Within 1 hour, boom, he had his ad account back, his business manager, and an apology from Meta. I'm like, I hope that's a precedent.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, so for anybody, some people want it for the branding and the personal branding, but for anybody who's serious and investing in ads and using Meta in a serious way, it's kind of a no-brainer that you would invest in this.
Yes, and because I've also heard from other folks saying, no, I heard directly from Meta that this is not for business use. I think that particular gentleman out of Australia got lucky, and so it depends who you get when you reach out for your customer support, because they're going to go, oh no, this is only for personal. But like we just spoke about, is if you got ads on your personal profile in professional mode, then you do have support for ads too there.
Yeah, so that's powerful. Another big Facebook trend is AI. What's happening in that respect?
Okay, so Zuckerberg, of course, they have this new broadcast channel, it's called. It's only on Instagram, but it's coming to Facebook and to Messenger, where it's like a one-to-many way to communicate with your audience. So Zuckerberg's really using his Meta News or something it's called. And he put out just the other week that they are have this new turbocharged focus on AI, or like to turbocharge AI. They're bringing out AI personas.
What is that?
I think it's basically like a version of yourself that's, well, like your avatar that can go and interact with other avatars while we all just hang out on the beach. I mean, I saw a headline the other day that the new semi-automated social network is coming. LinkedIn are apparently leading the way with that, but it's like, yeah, it's where they use some of the content's created by AI, and then interactions are by AI, and it's like, wait, are we taking the humanity out of all this? I don't know.
Wow.
It is wild. But what I predict is inside of Meta Business Suite, what Meta will end up baking in there is the ability to create content, image, text, image, and video, and then schedule it. And you know what I mean? It's all going to just be baked into the one app.
Wow, that's fascinating. And so next is groups. As even here at Social Media Marketing World, Michael Stelzner was mentioning professional mode and personal pages. And some people are saying, business pages reach is down. Is that where the new reach is going to be? What's happening in groups? What is your thought about that level of thinking? And are you bullish on groups right now?
100%. I love groups. But the thing is that it does take a while to really reach that tipping point, to the point where people are so engaged, they love it, they bookmark your group, they come there, they post, they engage. I have one, as I mentioned, called Social Scoop, and it's a great place for marketers to really get a lot of peer support. So I don't even necessarily post a lot of content myself. I'll do like breaking news, and then I'll break down things that are happening there. And I often do that first anywhere else. But yeah, in my social media marketing world talk, I'm showcasing an example where it's actually a chair cover company out of Ireland, and they have 32,000 people in this group, and people are just like geeking out over chair covers and loving on each other, and it's a great success story. So when you find your niche and you find the flow of how to build that into your marketing mix, it really can work well.
And so this is kind of what you're saying. It works if you work it.
Yes.
And these days, Facebook is in kind of, it would seem like a revival. Like it seems like there's some momentum there, and people were unsure where it was going. What's this whole meta thing? But now there's all these really cool breakout stories. We're hearing all these stories here, but it is leaning into a lot of things to learn, a lot of skill sets. Of course, that's why if people follow you and they can continue to stay up on the edge of this. But are these what you mean when you say kind of doing all the things, having a multi-pronged strategy?
Great question. So all the things in my definition of that is when I look at, I do like audits. I'll do an audit for my VIP clients, and I'll go in and I'll look at pretty much their whole social media presence. But I love to see that they always have an active story on their Facebook page, and that they're using Reels, they're doing live streaming, they're doing short form video, they may be scheduling an event or scheduling a live in advance. They've got it connected up to multiple groups. They're changing up their cover image regularly. They're using those posts with the colored background. They're asking questions. They're getting decent engagement. And then I click in and I go into their transparency, and I can see they're running ad campaigns, and not just one or two, but maybe, several dozen or more. And that's what I mean by all the things. And then maybe perhaps if it is a fit, you go and you convert your personal profile to professional mode. But all the things, everything Facebook throws at you, go for it. I need to really lay down one quick track here, Sean. It's in the back of my mind. It's kind of bothering me that, and because I'm putting this in my social media marketing talk, is that we have to not allow ourselves to get so pulled into this whole monetize your content, be a creator, because it's not for everybody. It really isn't. And so I'm just so imploring my audience and marketers and businesses to stay on track with what's right for you and be strategic, but don't be like the puppet on the string that Meta is going, oh, do this, do that. And then you're like, okay, that's the thing now. It's like, go back, think it through, be strategic.
And you're not chasing something like Reels bonuses, or you're not just trying to jump on the latest feature. You're clear that what are you selling? Do you have a product? Who do you serve?
Exactly.
And then use the tools that support that and stay focused, and whichever one of those pieces is right for you. You could probably get away with not live streaming, but if you're doing everything else, or you could, maybe you don't post stories, although I connected my Instagram stories to my Facebook stories, and it allows me to do both.
Yep.
So that is super powerful, which I want to touch on just two more things. One was paid ads. You mentioned paid ads. Obviously, here at Social Media Marketing World, the number one platform surveyed of attendees here that people couldn't live without is Facebook.
Yeah.
And especially if you have a product to sell, no question about it. This is true at Think Media. We use Meta, Instagram, and Facebook ads. That's it. I mean, we've done Google Display, we've done other things, but there's so much opportunity there, especially if you're using it right. Is there anything new on ads, and how should, especially people that have a business, have a product, how should they be thinking about ads in 2023?
Ads, I would say one of the most popular units is these lead ads. They do really, really well where it's already a pre-populated form. Don't get too crazy asking a lot of questions unless you want like super, super highly qualified leads, because that'll weed out a lot of people that don't answer the form questions. But otherwise, you can just go like name and email, maybe a phone number if it's critical. But you can get a lot of decent leads where people are already like, oh, that's my name. Yep, that's the email I want, or they can change it. And then they get
pre-populated once they fill it out. So it's also easy if they're interested in what you're offering.
Yeah, well, they just hit the tap, they see the ad, and it'll just say, it might say like download or sign up, and they tap it, and the next immediate screen, and it works on mobile, is they see their name and email is already pre-populated. When Facebook first rolled it out, they called it like tap, tap, done, tap, yep, I want to tap, okay, done, and I'm on to the next thing, and I carry on scrolling, so, but otherwise ads, it's, I often say I know enough about ads to be dangerous. It's not always my absolute forte, but I definitely absolutely encourage businesses to, for example, use the A/B testing feature inside of Meta Business Suite because it's free and you can do a lot of like your testing and see what kind of posts work with your audience. Just a small test organically. Then you can go ahead and bet on the winning horse and put some money behind it in Ads Manager.
I love it. And do you think there is a use case for boosting posts?
Occasionally, yeah, there are. But I like to do it inside of Ads Manager, not just succumbing again. There's Facebook dangling that carrot. Ooh, this post is doing well and 90% of your others. Give us, I don't know, I see all kinds of crazy stories. Give us $20 and you can reach 6 more people. Like, wait, what? People post things like that in my group. I think the AI just got a little drunk or something. But it's like, yeah, if you go into Ads Manager, what you can do then is actually a little bit of split testing with that boosted post where you can't really do that if you just use it's a kind of a lightweight interface, just the straight boost button.
I love it. Okay, and then you also mentioned Messenger, which has been a separate app, is coming back to the Facebook app again to be integrated in. What's the implications of that?
So 7 years ago, much to the complete annoyance of all of us, Facebook broke off the Messenger app and now we had to download this extra app and it was really frustrating at the time. Now what happens though is it turns out that between Facebook and Instagram, something like 1 billion reels a day are shared privately in DMs. And so, Zuckerberg and crew are going, all right, what if we rebaked that into the main app to make it just much, much easier? One tap share and you carry on your scrolling. So they're doing a little test right now as of time of recording. And the implications are they're going to be rolling it out more widely. Presumably, they have some really, solid infrastructure in the app these days, because that was one main reason they broke it off, is to make it a little bit lighter, but it's coming back if all their tests go well. And the main implication is doing these private sharings of Reels.
That's amazing. Well, Mari Smith, you shared so much information. And of course, it's exciting because the opportunity for those that want to get their message out there, reach people, build their brand, build their business, leaning in on Facebook. And with 1 billion active users a day, it's like your target audience is there. 2 billion active users every single day.
Yep.
Active users too. I think the latest numbers on YouTube is 2.6 billion monthly. So that's so you're saying 2 million a day. It's massive attention.
It is, exactly.
2 billion
I know, it's hard.
users
exactly.
per day are in Facebook.
That's right.
That's a massive number of people. And of course, you want to reach somebody, get your message there. And so it's a lot to learn. And so how can people follow you? And of course, we'll list everything out in the show notes. But check out your stuff and some of the ways you are helping people. Yeah.
Just my Facebook page, Mari Smith. And the group right there is hooked up, Mari Smith Social Scoop. Instagram, Mari_Smith and marismith.com. So thanks, Sean.
The queen of Facebook, Mari Smith, Think Media Podcast.